Hey guys, it's Jacobs here. Today I'm going to teach you how to solve a pyramorphix. The pyramorphix, or 2x2 pyraminx, is, by many surprise, a shape-shifting 2x2 shape modification. Rather than turning on its corners like a theoretical 2x2 pyraminx, every turn affects 3 pieces of the puzzle. In my opinion, this would be a great addition to the WCA for its ease of solving, its unique characteristic of being fully shape-shifting, and its accessibility. There are many videos out there right now that say that the solution is pretty simple because it's just a 2x2 shape mod. I believe solving the pyramorphix like a different puzzle is better because you don't have to wrap your head around a concept of another puzzle with different mechanics. Similar? Sure, but the 2x2s don't shapeshift. That's why I made this method. Anyways, let's get into the video. Let's start off with notation. There are 2 notations I'm going to use in this video. One for scrambling and one for the rest of the tutorial. The scrambling bit has 3 base moves when the tutorial notation has 4. Let's start off with the scrambling notation. In order to scramble your cube, you're going to look at the red, blue, and green corner. Red on the right, blue on the bottom, and green on the left. The base moves are R, L, and B. For solvers and cubers with experienced notation, prefixes do apply. For people that aren't as experienced, visit the link in the description. It'll lead you to a video that explains prefixes as a part of it. Here's how the moves look in relation to the pyramorphix. R, which means right, R prime, R2. L, which means left, L prime, L2. B, which means back, B prime, B2. Then there's the notation that we'll be using for the rest of the time. Instead of looking at the corner, look at an edge of the pyramorphix. It's going to be the same thing. R's, L's, and B's. And then there's going to be an F, which means front. F prime and F2. Remember, an R2 is not the same as an R move. Since this cube shape shifts, you have to line it up with every layer you turn on. Once again, there is a difference between R and an R2. Alright, now it's time to scramble up your cubes. Looks like a good scramble to me. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to make a layer. A layer is made by joining all the colors of one side and the adjacent colors on each piece. For the pyramorphix, it's pretty easy to do the first 2 steps intuitively. All you have to do is connect a corner to a center. That's too easy. For the second step, you're going to start building your layer. You're going to pair up one of the 2 remaining corners so that 2 of the same colors from both corners are touching on their sides. So right here we have green and we have red and green and red. So since this is facing in the right direction, we can just try to insert it and it fits. At this point, some corners may not be able to directly fit into a spot. So what you're going to do is you're going to raise it to the top of the cube. And then you're going to do the first 3 moves of the sledge with the target color on the R face. So this would be the R face, and this is the target color, which is green, which is on the layer that we're making. And we're going to do the first 3 moves of the sledge. R prime, F, R. When you're done with the second part, it should look like this. Finally, we're on the last part of this step, which is solving the last corner in the layer. Sometimes the corner can get stuck in between the other 2. To fix it, hold the corner on the R piece, this is the R piece, and do R, L, R prime. Then we can insert our last corner into the slot the same way that we did with the second. Quick tip, if the corner is facing the other 2 that we already made, just put it in the R layer and do R2. Also, make sure not to stray away from solving the face of the color you already started on. So if you started on green, don't worry about red, yellow, or the blue faces. Now we're on the simplest step yet, Tetrashape. Sounds pretty cool, but this step is just if your pyramorphix has a structure that's not exactly a pyramid. All you're going to do is do a sledge over that unsolved corner. The next step that we need to know has 3 algorithms: the radio, the left EO, and the adjacent. The first two that I'll work on are O cases. O cases are when all the centers are swapped. If the centers move to the right or counterclockwise, then it's a right EO case. If the centers move to the left or clockwise, then it's a left EO case. The algorithm is the same for both cases, it's just dependent on which way the centers go. If you have a right EO, you start on the left and vice versa. Here's the algs for both sides. For the left EO, it goes R, F prime, R prime, F, R, F, and then you're going to take this corner out and solve it. L prime, R2, L. For the right EO, it's L prime, F, L, F prime, L, F prime, R, L2, R prime. Finally, to solve the adjacent, you're going to hold one of the swap centers on the left and the other to the back. And do L, sledgehammer on the right, and then L prime. Then once you're done with that, you're going to turn over and you're going to solve this case as if you're starting from step 2. If done correctly on all 3 algorithms, you should only have one corner to be solved, or that should be done. Our final step is turning this last corner. If your corner goes clockwise, you're going to do 2 hedge slammers. If it goes counterclockwise, then you're going to do 2 sledgehammers. If you do that correctly, you should be finished. Congratulations. Thanks for watching. I hope this made sense to you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments below. Wow.